fucking yes me. 'Cause we stay all late, and I'm wide awake. I'm not coming home tonight. So the next time when I'm borderline, I'll read you this note. I'm not coming home tonight.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Pass Interference Podcast. I am your host, as always, Max Whirling, and holy crap, did I make a mistake last week. Yes, we did not have an episode last week because we were all tired. We were all burnt out from work. Bronson was in a bad mood from a bad Jordan Howard trade, and it was a bad podcast all around. There was no energy, anything like that. So we are bringing the fun, we are bringing the excitement back this week, and of course, as always, to my imaginary right, it is the one, the only, on webcam, Johan Jonathan Eckert. How are you, good sir?
Doing pretty good, man. It's nice to see everyone's faces. That's pretty different. Not that anyone else can, but yeah, it's awesome, man. It's been a long few weeks for all of us. We're all tired, but we get to do this fun thing once a week, and yeah, looking forward to it.
Absolutely, and I think right now we're in the slow part of the season. There may be an episode released next week. There may not be. We haven't really decided, and we'll talk about that. We got the NFL draft coming up. But we'll see. So, and then of course to the imaginary left of me, it is as always the one, the only. You love him, you don't hate him, but he has a massive dick, so you kind of love him even more. It is Bronson Pompilio. How are you, good sir?
I'm good. Fantastic. Kicking ass and taking names, as always.
All right, there we go. So we have a decent show in store for all those around. There's no real news that happened this week, so we're just gonna dive into. Yeah, I know. That was a groan of fucking boringness. I know. It's always slow around this time because it's just baseball, which Bronson, I know you're not a big fan of, and we tried to talk about it last week. We're not doing another baseball podcast. That was a bad. That was a bad idea. We aborted on that idea. There will not be a mid-season report update, whatever bullshit. Nope, not doing it. So instead, it's just football and football only on this podcast. Locally on Spotify, Podbean, iTunes, and Google Podcasts, wherever you prefer to listen to your podcasts. So, but yeah, so boring week. So we're just gonna dive into a mock draft. I've got the picks here. There is no Joe for this mock draft, so it's back to 1, 2, 3 again. So a little bit of an unevenness, but that's okay. Final mock draft, gentlemen. Is everybody excited to get this shit done and over with, and then eventually see what happens? Because it's totally going to happen where we're like, what the fuck? Why didn't they pick this guy? Or who?
Well, yeah, it's going to be crazy. Honestly, I could really see it being, like, not Kyler at number 1. And I think shit's going to hit the fan. Because everyone's going to be like, oh my god, Arizona duped us. And then it's going to be like, fire. And, like, the NFL is going to be making phone calls to, like, 2, 3, 4. And, like, freaking the fuck out. So, be ready for it, boys. It's going to happen. I'm telling you, those LA Chargers, watch out for them. Looking for their quarterback in the future. That's the team, I swear to God, that I think is going to take him.
It'll be interesting to see. They'd have to climb up a pretty steep mountain there from 28 to...
I think, I'm telling you. They contemplated taking Patrick last year. That burned them. I don't think they're going to be as conservative as they were last year.
2 years ago, but I feel you on that.
Whatever. Feels like last year.
Yeah. Actually, really quick before we talk about all of the stuff too, I just reopened my Twitter feed. Y'all see the Jets' new uniforms?
Yeah.
suck.
I like it. It's fresh.
They suck.
The home uniforms look garbage. I really like the road white uniforms. I think those look really good. And the black
alternate
uniforms,
ones look pretty nice.
they're okay. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the green.
High school football team's fucking jerseys. Literally
You know-
South Lake Carroll's colors. With
Well, it's
black.
right. You know what's weird is the colors almost remind me too much of the like the mid '80s Philadelphia Eagles. You know what I'm saying? Like that weird like emerald green and the white and everything. I don't know. I just like I said, I'm excited. Nah, I shouldn't even say excited. I would say I'm okay with the jerseys and everything, like the fresh updates and everything. I don't like the logo. I think the logo's stupid, having the football below the Jets and everything. Like, we're the Jets, we play football. Don't confuse us with the Winnipeg Jets.
They're the football Jets. They say it every draft.
Ugh, it's awful.
You don't have to get mixed up like the football Giants, like back in the day. I mean, I kind of like them. It's new. Their old uniforms have, been around for a while now. The helmets are kind of interesting. It's hard to tell in the pictures that I saw. It looks like when the light hits it, it's like really dark, but then when the light hits it, it's got like that jet green to it. I feel like it's gonna take a while to get used to. Kind of like when the Seahawks changed their uniforms, and a lot of people at first were like, "Ew, what is it?" But I mean, now I'm a huge fan of their uniforms, so I don't know. It's pretty cool. It's new.
I don't know. I just like the way, like, I don't necessarily, like I said, I really like the white uniforms. And the one picture they have of Jamal Adams in the white uniforms make the uniforms look so goddamn gorgeous. Like with this all black. Yeah, exactly. It's the only reason. It's because it's Jamal Adams. So, I'm like 50-50 on it, but, we'll see. I mean, it'll have to grow on us. I'm more excited. I'm more excited, even though it's not till next year. I'm actually more excited for the Browns, for their new uniforms and everything.
Dude, they're just literally going to use the jerseys that they used this year. It's going to be the orange ones, the black ones. I think the black ones are just going to be official now.
Yeah. And I'm excited for that. So, cause whoever came up with the jersey design the first time, fucking was smoking some hard crack. Some really massive amounts of hard, not good cocaine, probably fentanyl-laced crack. Like, it was bad.
You think they'll do anything with the dog pound on it?
I could see that as like an alternate helmet, like having a picture of the dog pound on the side of the helmet as like an alternate helmet type situation, which I would be a total fan of. But I mean, they could make an homage on the pants too, like anywhere, or they could have it say dog pounds, somewhere. I don't know. It'd just be weird if it says dog pound and then I don't know. I think of sex when I hear the word pound. I don't think of like, oh my god, yeah, that's where all the dogs go to. Yeah, no, I think of like, when I think of pound, I think of raw, unfiltered, emotional, sometimes angry sex. Like, I just think of just like, so, and that's why we don't get any guests on this show.
Let's check this podcast out. They're talking about sex. Cool.
Up. They're talking about pounding each other. Let's get off this podcast real quick. It feels so good to laugh and relax. So, all right. So we'll get this final, and yes, this is our final mock draft. We are not doing another mock draft. There won't be it's the week before the draft. It's the final mock. No, this is the final mock draft. This is what we're sticking by. This is what we think we're gonna happen, barring some weird changes and stuff like that. This is it. So, and I just have to make change that to NYG.
Are you doing trades?
I think trades are too hard to. I mean, trades are too hard to predict in this type of format. Like, if we were to revisit it God, I don't want to say. I want to say after I just said, yeah, this is the final mock draft, and then go, well, if we talk about it later and then make some trades ourselves, and maybe we could, put it on paper and then do the picks. But no, not do it. No, it's just too hard to do trades and stuff like that. I mean, we can predict if a trade's gonna, like I said, if a team wants to trade down and whatnot, because that the Jets, Oakland, Tampa, I feel like they would want to trade down.
And Detroit's already come out and said, please call us. We're open for business. We're looking to move down.
Yeah, Detroit could do that. If I was Cincinnati, unless there was like a end-all, be-all, top-tier guy there, like if Ed Oliver drops to Cincinnati at 11, then yeah, I stay there. But otherwise, I probably drop down a little bit. I could see Atlanta trading down. I could see Carolina trading down, maybe Giants trading down. Yeah, and then of course you got the back half. The Patriots are always going to trade down. It's like they just don't make first round picks anymore. They just get all the second round picks and shit. So I could see that happening, but nope, no trades. Not unless we talk about it and we decide everything. But this is our. I'll put a caveat to it. This is our final mock draft with no trades.
There you go.
There. This is our final mock draft with no trades. We may revisit it. This might be but we'll talk about it later. So, and you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to switch up the order. I was going to go first again, but no. Let's switch up the order here. I think this should be fun here. We'll do it the order of how everybody finished in the regular season standings. How's that sound?
Okay, well, I guess I know who goes first.
Yep, that basically means, Bronson, you're on the clock for the Arizona Cardinals.
But I like picking for the Ravens and pooping on them.
No, not anymore.
No more.
I think I get this time, yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. We'll figure that out when we get.
Can't do math right now.
Don't do math. Math hurts your brain. It hurts all of our brains. I'm not even in school for math right now, and it hurts my brain. So, all right, Bronson, you are first, Arizona.
All right. Well, I'm going to start this off hot, sexy, juicy. I wish y'all looked at me when I talk, because I'm very animated, goddammit.
I'm looking at you. I have my webcam differently on my other screen, so.
Gotcha. Well, I truly think Cardinals are not going to take Kyler. I think it's all bullshit.
God.
I really don't see the Cardinals doing it. I think if there was a trade, and it's already been publicized and said that a team offered a second-round pick, okay? We don't really know what team. We just know it was either the Giants, the Chargers, or the Patriots. Okay, so 3 different teams. Chargers. Guys, I think are going to go all in on Kyler if he's available. Okay, so could have been them. Could have been the Patriots trying to get their replacement. Same with the New York Giants. They're trying to replace Eli. We know they're going to take a quarterback. They say they're not going to take a quarterback with their first pick. That may be the case. But I'm going to say it's all bullshit. If the Cardinals were going to take an offer, they would have taken that second-round pick offer. I think that's the best they could have gotten. No one's going to give up a first-round pick. It's just not going to happen. So, with that, I'm going to say this. They're going to take Quinnen Williams.
Oh.
I'm gonna stick to this. I truly think, and I know I said this in our first mock draft, that I wasn't a big fan of him, but the more I went back and watched tape, watched his combine, looked at him, I really think that this dude could be literally the next best defensive tackle to come in the game since Aaron Donald. And I'm gonna say it. They have strong run games over there in that division. Somehow Kyle Shanahan could do something with a third-string running back. You got the Rams over there with Gurley. Maybe not Gurley, depending on what's up with his knee. But I think they're just going to try to plug up that middle. They've been torched by the run for so many years. I think, yeah, it's going to be Quinnen.
Look at Bronson dropping a
Surprise, motherfucker.
on the all of us with that pick. Quinnen Williams, number 1 to the Arizona Cardinals. Wow. All right. Well, fuck this. Hey, this is why we do mock drafts, baby. This is the funness of everything. So, all right, John.
Was Namdiga first overall?
He was
He was like third or fourth or some shit.
He was second, I believe. Hold on one second here. So he would actually be tied for top defensive tackle taken in the draft. Let's see here. Ndamukong Suh, he was taken, number 2 overall by, of course, the Detroit Lions. Who was taken first overall in that draft? 2010 draft.
Was it Vince Young?
No, it was Sam Bradford.
Ugh.
God, look at the top 7 of this draft, right? You had Sam Bradford. When healthy, he's a serviceable quarterback, but obviously he's not been healthy his entire career. But then look, you got Ndamukong Suh, number 2, Gerald McCoy, number 3, Trent Williams, number 4, Eric Berry, number 5, Russell Okung, number 6, and Joe Hayden, number 7. That's fucking awesome. That's an awesome draft class. I like that draft class. Oh my God, Des Bryant, 24, Demaryius Thomas, 22. Marquise Pouncey, 18, and I think Mike Pouncey was taken. Where was Mike Pouncey taken? Later? No, I think Mike came out the year after. Yeah, he did.
The year we took Shea McClellan.
Chicago. Where are you? Chicago. I don't see you guys. Hold on. Do you even have this?
That may have been the post Jay Cutler. I bet it was post Jay Cutler. We didn't have first.
Yep. From Chicago via Denver. Yep. Traded its first overall selection to court. Yep, that's the Jay Cutler trade right there. So.
And they got did they get Noshawn Marino with that pick?
With the first pick, no. They traded to San Francisco so San Francisco could get Anthony Davis, and then. Where did they drop? They dropped to 22. No, they dropped to. Oh my God! So they dropped to 11, and then they dropped to 13, and then the Eagles took Brandon Graham at 13, and Denver dropped back to. Where the fuck did Jesus Christ? This is a draft where they traded back a lot, and they end up with Demaryius Thomas and Tim Tebow.
Yeah. That was John Fox and Adam Gase, right?
Yep. That was John Fox and Adam Gase. Yep. No. That was not John Fox and Adam Gase. I'm sorry. That was Josh McDaniels who made that selection right there.
Gotcha. And then he got fired, and then that's when Fox came in.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. There we go. So.
And we got Peyton.
Yep. Yep. All right. So that was a nice little sidetrack down memory lane. I was very excited for that. That made my dick kind of hard there, thinking about all that stuff. We got Trent Williams that draft. I love that draft. You know what? Yeah, that's the best draft ever. There we go. That's it, everybody. That's it for the podcast. We're on it, and we're ending on a high note. Woo!
And that was what year again?
2010. Who did y'all take? Y'all traded back too.
Probably. No one knows.
Yeah, you guys traded out for. That's how you guys traded with Denver, so that way they could pick Tebow up.
Would that have been Jimmy Smith?
No. The first pick that the Baltimore Ravens took that year was Sergio Kendall out of Texas.
Bust. What a fucking bust.
And then y'all took Terrence. Yeah. Then you took Terrence Cody. I remember I was so happy for you guys because I was like, man, you have Nada, I was like, man, you have Nada, you have Terrence Cody, and I forget the other big fat white boy you had. I was like, you just need to put those 3 bitches up front, and all of a sudden, nobody can block Ray Lewis. Everybody has to block all those fat bitches. Like, I was so happy for you guys, and then he turned out to be a bust. No, the only one who was decent was Ed Dixon, it looks like so far.
Hey, he's still fine.
He was not decent. He was garbage. Hot, stinking garbage.
You guys got Major Wright in that draft, Bronson?
I was
yeah.
hyped about that.
Yeah, he's still around. Hold on, I'm trying to see. Corey Wooten. God, there's some names in here. Dennis Pitta. There you go. There you go, John.
Did I tell you that Corey Wooten is a family friend of Emma's grandmother?
Really?
Yeah. I never mentioned that because fucking Corey Wooten. He was, what, a 4th round pick?
4th round pick, yes.
Yeah, I remember.
Joshua Moore. Nobody heard of him. Yeah, you didn't have a good draft that year. Arthur Jones. Why the fuck did you take so many defensive tackles, John?
John's like, I don't turn the cards in. God damn it.
Yeah, God, that was a terrible. Yeah, that was. God,
All
that
right,
was a
number 2.
terrible draft. Yeah, number 2.
Yeah, I think
John.
Clock's been out for me.
Yeah, Jesus. San Francisco, John.
It's easy, Nick Bosa. Come on.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much the yeah. If Arizona for some reason does not take Nick Bosa or Kyler Murray, number 1 overall, San Francisco. I think if Kyler Murray's on the board, I think they trade out of this spot. I think a team will trade up to get him. But if not, if Nick Bosa falls there, then absolutely Nick Bosa's the pick. No problem there. Number 3, I'm up with the New York Jets. We just talked about their uniforms and how okayish they look. I'm going to go with the pick that everybody else is going with, and I think the smartest pick, Josh Allen out of Kentucky. Of course, they still need a pass rusher after Anthony Barr fucking said, "Bye, everybody, I'm going back to Minnesota. I didn't really want your contract and your stupid uniforms." So, yeah, they sign, or not sign, they draft Josh Allen to help replace all that and get that pass rusher in there. So, number 4, Bronson, Oakland.
I'd put Devin White here, but with the recent signings by those guys, they got Brandon Marshall and Burfict.
Vontaze, yeah.
So so I don't.
And they still, I still think they need a linebacker, even though they signed him to. I still think so.
Both those guys still got at least 4 years in them, each one of them. I
think Brandon Marshall has a few more years in him. I think Vontaze has maybe 2 more. And it's just because of his injury history, not by the way he plays, because he plays hard. Fun fact, I listened to this about Vontaze. He has, for 3 straight years, and I think this will be the first year it hasn't happened in 3 straight years, he has started off the season suspended. Not injured, suspended. So I think that's ridiculous. And also, it's going to be interesting to see how him and Antonio Brown react, because it'll be like, hey, remember that time I kicked the shit out of you? Oh, you don't remember because you suffered a mad concussion? Well, that was fun times.
Well, I am going to take an edge rusher here, because I know they sorely need one. And they're going to try. Probably not going to work out, but I'm gonna give them a chance. I think they're gonna take Rashawn Gary here.
Rashawn Gary, wow. What's funny is he's got all the intangibles and stuff. I've heard from just the scout, the podcast I listen to, which is the Stick to Football podcast. They don't like Rashawn Gary. They started watching more tape on him, and they're like, yeah, this guy, even more so than DK Metcalf, this guy is your physical freak who is going to produce less than stellar results. So, I don't know. I haven't watched too much tape on Rashawn Gary. Everybody was loving him from what I saw and what I heard. And you just see his intangibles and everything. They come off the board, but yeah, this could be a solid pick for them, and it helps strengthen up that defensive line. That already pretty strong defensive line, and strengthens it up even more. So, John, number 5, Tampa, the Buccaneers.
All right. I feel like they can go a few different ways with this. And this pick might be controversial because of what came up. I think it was last week. I think they're going to go out and get the edge rusher, and they're going to get Montez Sweat I'm gonna say. I did see an article where that pre-existing heart condition that they were talking about, it's low risk. So I think the Buccaneers will take a chance on him.
Yeah, I think there was a team that was in the top 15 that really wanted Montez Sweat. Probably Green Bay. I'm looking at you, you shifty fucks. Who probably said, yeah, he leaked the information about the heart condition. Even though they said it was low risk, he's had it, every team's known about it. There'll be teams that put a pause to it. So I still think he'll be a first round pick. But yeah, I think it's a good move by them. Especially, they're in a weird situation, too, because they're trying to get rid of Gerald McCoy, and nobody's taking him, and they still have Jason Pierre-Paul, but they could cut him and save a bunch of money. So they're in a weird position. This basically helps Jason Pierre-Paul, though, and helps Gerald McCoy out. So I like the pick. Number 6, it's me, the New York Giants. God, you guys have really fucked me here because now I don't really see... you know what? No, you haven't fucked me because I know who they're going to take. They're not going to take Dwayne Haskins like they should. No. They're going to take Devin White out of LSU, the linebacker. I know, but it's the Giants. They
pissed a whole bunch of Giants fans off.
John, you remember, and you're a big wrestling fan like I am, remember when they started playing that song, Leave the Memories Alone for Ric Flair? Yeah, this is what they need to do with fucking Eli Look, he won you 2 Super Bowls, okay? Those were fucking 10 years ago. Leave the memories alone!
Leave the memories alone.
For real. So, yeah, when they inevitably don't draft a quarterback at number 6, like I said, Dwayne Haskins or Kyler Murray, and they take Daniel Jones at number 17, I'm going to play this sounder when we record our podcast.
Stop! He's already dead.
So, and then we're all going to laugh hysterically at the New York Giants. So, all right, Bronson, number 7, Jacksonville.
All right, this is a juicy one because they need a quarterback, right? They really do. I mean,
they picked up Nick Foles.
Yeah, but like,
they just paid $88 million to Nick Foles. They're not picking a quarterback right here. But they're not picking up a quarterback.
Would it be?
No. They're not picking a quarterback here. Don't fuck our mock draft entirely because it's just like, you're like, I don't give a fuck anymore, man. Fuck this shit.
I'm just saying I wouldn't be surprised if Nick Foles got done out again by another rookie. Okay? Just saying. Seen it before. Okay? All right.
They guaranteed there's $50 million.
I'm not saying they're going to take a fucking quarterback. I'm just saying it'd be funny.
Oh, I'd laugh too. Don't get me wrong, but yeah.
They need offensive line help like so bad, so bad. And yeah, so it's gonna be Jawan Taylor.
Nice, solid pickup. Yeah, very big guy. They compare him up to Cam Robinson on the opposite side of Cam Robinson, and have 2 franchise tackles, which you basically need in this day and age of football. You need a left tackle, and more importantly, you need a strong right tackle, especially, you know, when you got guys, not saying they're in the same division, but when you got guys like, you know, Von Miller, Khalil Mack, and guys like that rushing from that side of the field, you have to have your ducks in a row. So, Jawan Taylor, love it, can dig it. So, 8, John, the Detroit Lions.
Alright. So, I think, you know, a couple weeks ago I would have said they need defensive line help or a pass rusher. But, you know, after signing Trey Flowers, I think they're kind of good there for now. So I'm going to have them picking up Greedy Williams.
Really? A lot of people don't think Greedy Williams will be coming off the board this early. A lot of people think he'll be coming off later. So, you think the Lions are going to make the move?
Yeah, I'd say it. I mean, it's Lions. Why not?
All right. Number 9, Buffalo. I mean, God, they need everything. But I still think they need I still think they need offense. They need the offensive line desperately, but I don't think they're one of those teams that, even though they desperately need Jonah Williams, they will not take Jonah Williams. But I'm not going to pick DK Metcalf here because I think with their 2 signings and everything, with Zay Jones, they still believe in him. So for number 9 Buffalo, I'm actually going to take another target for them, though, to help replace the recently departed Charles Clay, and I'm going to pick Noah Fant here. I'm going to say TJ Hawkinson. I'm sorry, TJ Hawkinson. The do-it-all, everything tight end out of Iowa. So, number 10, the Denver Broncos, Bronson.
First of all, on this pick, it's not fair that I have to pick this team because it's like a little obvious what they're probably gonna do, and I don't wanna. So, what I am gonna do right now is I'm gonna have you pencil me in next to number 8. Okay.
Okay.
A little side note in there.
Okay.
Side note.
Okay.
And
A little side note.
This is gonna be my trade. This is gonna be my big trade. Okay. I'm gonna have the LA Chargers trading up to 28 in probably a second round, and then some future picks added in there, swapping firsts. I'm going to have them go up there to 8. Kyler Murray would be their pick. But I'm obviously going to have to pick right now for the Broncos, and I don't see Kyler going to the Broncos, and then I got to probably have to take a fucking quarterback, and it's like, I gotta either decide between Dwayne or Drew. And you've been saying all fucking year he's got a hard on for Drew Lock, right?
Yeah, John always sees himself in Drew Lock. So, and he would be the perfect, in my opinion, he would be the perfect quarterback to go to there because you have Joe Flacco for at least a year, if not 2 years. He can sit behind him and really work on his mechanics and really get everything down. That's what I think.
That's what you're going to pencil me in as.
All right, Drew Lock then. Drew Lock, the pick at number 10, the quarterback from Missouri. Can dig it.
Quarterback to go.
Yep. John, number 11, Cincinnati.
Well, Cincinnati, I mean, they could use all kinds of help. It seems like they want to start getting in a quarterback to, kind of learn. I don't know how much more they have patience-wise for the quarterback position up there. But if it comes down to Kyler or Dwayne, I mean, I don't know. I feel like they might want to stick to the guy who's already made a name in Ohio, and I think they're going to go Dwayne Haskins.
Dwayne Haskins, I can dig it. All right, let me see here.
Kyler is feeling all alone now.
For right now, he'll come off the board here shortly. I feel like. Number 12, he's not going to this team though. Number 12, the Green Bay Packers. I know you're gonna hate me when I say this, Bronson, but I'm penciling it in Ed Oliver. That's the pick. I think you pair him with Mike Daniels. They don't need pass rushers anymore. Bronson's flipping everybody off now. But yeah, Ed Oliver paired with Mike Daniels, that's fucking scary right there. That's fucking scary as shit. I don't want to play against that. I don't want to look at that. Fuck that. But I'm making that pick because it's a smart pick, so. Number 13, Bronson. Shout out to Bruno and his love for Miami, or his hate for Miami. I don't know. It's always like a weird thing with him. Either he really loves Miami or he wants to fucking burn the city.
Philly.
Yeah. Or he wants to burn the city to the ground, so. Number 13.
Yeah, as much as I want to tell Bruno he's going to get Kyler, it's not going to happen. Sorry, bud. I just don't see him in your fucking jersey, and your team isn't going to be a team this year. It's hot garbage, You got some random guy coming over here running your team, and you barely have a team. So what are you gonna draft this high-profile guy and then surround him with absolutely fucking nothing. It's just not happening. So I'm gonna be really boring. And when you start rebuilding a team, you know, you start on the lines, all right? You start on your offensive line, you start on your defensive line, and then you kind of mix some pieces in there. The Dolphins have much more younger, promising pieces on the defensive side of the ball, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go and put Jonah Williams here. I'm going to give you a boring-ass guard Bruno. I've done it. I've lived it. I've seen it. I had James Daniels. I had Kyle Long, Cody Whitehair. I had 3 years in a row, bro. Have fun with this.
Who was the offensive lineman that left them? Their right tackle. Was it Juwan James or something like that? Yeah. So, they definitely need offensive line desperately. So I like the pick. I could see it absolutely. So, number 14, the hot Atlanta Falcons, John.
Alright. It's not really a popular pick. And, you know, I love defense. I'm going to go with Byron Murphy out of Washington. They'll have 2 Washington corners over there. And, yeah, I mean, why not have more help at that position?
Absolutely. So, yeah, one of the top cornerbacks in the draft. Second one to go off the board here to the Atlanta Falcons. Number 15, the Washington Redskins.
I am the hype!
Motherfucker, we're taking Kyler Murray. We are rushing to the fucking to the podium, and we are taking Kyler Murray. Fuck all y'all bitches. Kyler Murray's the savior of Washington. Woo!
Would you actually be excited if you got Kyler?
I actually would. If we got him at 15, abso-fucking-lutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. I would be more hype, because at this point, you're looking at Daniel Jones, and Daniel Jones is not a first-round fucking talent. So
I honestly would have put Clayton Farrell with you guys.
I don't think we need any more help on the defensive line, though. I know we lost Preston Smith and everything, but there's so many pass rushers that we can get. For example, in the second round, we should be able to get a guy by the name of El Dominion, by the name of O'Shane Zimenez. I think he'll be there in the second round. If we can get him and Kyler Murray, man, I'm literally coming in my pants. Like, I would literally, I would send you spooge pics of my dick in my pants, and yeah, I went a little too far there. But anyways, yeah, Kyler Murray, please, Washington. If he's there at 15, don't fuck it up. Please don't fuck it up. If he's there at fucking 7, don't fuck it up. Trade up. God. Alright, I'm done.
All right.
Number 16, Carolina Brownson. Don't worry, because there is a team that you get to pick for that I'm sure you're going to be excited to pick for later.
God. I'm gonna go and put the tight end of the future here. I think with Greg's uncertainty, them needing pass catchers desperately, I'm gonna put Fant here.
Noah Fant. That's a great pick right there, because he, yeah, I mean, 2 down, 3 down tight end. You can split him out wide. Gives Cam a big body to throw to, like another big body to throw to. Gives him another security blanket. Yeah. Noah Fant, I can dig it. John, you've got the New York Football Giants, formerly of the Cleveland Browns pick. This is the Odell Beckham trade pick. God, I can't believe Odell Beckham went for a 17th overall pick.
Don't forget they don't have a quarterback.
Yeah. Unless you don't want to leave the memories alone.
Yeah, they don't have a quarterback, but I mean, especially with Kyler going and the way this is going, Drew Lock and Haskins are gone, I don't know if they want to take the next best quarterback this early, though. It's like, that's pretty early for...
They kind of have to.
I know they kind of have
They
to.
have to.
Why not?
There's no
Why
kind
not?
of they have to. You trade away
Well,
Odell.
yeah.
Trade away Odell. The fans are ready to like go and burn the stadium down to the ground.
Again, think about it like this. This is the pick that they had to trade to get rid of Odell Beckham. Just 17th overall. So this pick, they better knock it out of the fucking park. This better be a Hall of Fame player to replace the Hall of Fame player that they just got rid of. I'm not saying, and that's just if
No
Odell
pressure,
can.
John, but you're taking a quarterback here.
Yeah.
No. I mean,
Yes. Yes.
No.
Yes.
I mean,
John,
they
I
have
will
terrible
shit on you.
I would be surprised.
They have-
No. Oh, I want to hear John out. Just let's hear John out.
I mean, we were just talking about, the Dolphins. I mean, the Giants don't really have an offensive line. I mean, I feel like they gotta build that up first before. I don't know, man. I just don't see it. I mean, if they're not gonna take Haskins or Murray early on in this draft, I mean, I feel like they're gonna. I don't know. I think they go offensive line. That's what I honestly think.
You're also basing this off of that this organization does like PC sound things. They've obviously been just trying to piss off their fan base since the beginning. So, why wouldn't it
Exactly.
make sense
Yeah,
for
so they're
them to
gonna-
draft a quarterback that no one wanted and then skip on the quarterbacks that they all wanted at their first pick? Duh!
I don't know, man. I just
Duh!
think
It's Daniel Jones, bro. It's Daniel Jones. There's no ands or buts. They have to take what was left to them because they played the game. They risked it for the biscuit, and it's either gonna be amazing or fail and be a garbage dumpster fire. I'm telling you that they're taking a quarterback. You can't take a quarterback. There will literally be Haskins.
There will be a riot at East Rutherford. However, I will at least say this. If you're not taking a quarterback, because you have to break it down like this, okay? And you really do. If you're the New York Football Giants and you pass on arguably the two best quarterbacks in the draft, and Kyler Murray at pick number 6, and Kyler Murray and Dwayne Haskins, Andrew Luck, arguably the top 3 quarterbacks, whether Drew Lock's worthy of a top 6 pick or any of them are worthy top 6, whatever. You could, and I'm not saying it's the right decision, but you could, if you've already pissed off your fan base and you know that it's going to be a lame duck season and you like a quarterback, if you think the 3rd best quarterback in this, or the 4th best quarterback in this draft is on par with the top quarterbacks of next year's draft, then absolutely, then you take Daniel Jones. But if you don't want that, if you say, no, we're not doing that. If we want to suck for next year, we want to tank for Tua, we want to fuck from, I don't know, I can't start that hashtag, fuck from, or, I don't know, I can't think of fucking one for Herbert, but give me a couple days, they'll come to me naturally. Then you take an offensive lineman, you build that offensive line, you build that strength up, and you just say, fuck it, we'll fucking suck this year and we'll get our quarterback next year. But I think they should take a quarterback here. I think they have to take a quarterback here to cool the fucking jets of Giants fans. But it's ultimately your pick. I mean, I won't stop you necessarily.
They're taking a quarterback. Whether it's at 4 or 17, they're taking a fucking quarterback. They're taking one.
I feel like if they were going to do quarterback, they would have done it earlier, though.
Honestly, I still think they're going to trade for Russ. That'd be dope. We may end up having to talk about that.
Oh my god, that would be...
Make your fucking pick.
Yeah, make your pick. Whatever it is.
Heel turn. They're picking Jonah Williams.
Jonah Williams is already gone!
Oh, he is?
Yes! He went at number 13!
Wait. I'm gonna type in this down. I don't have it in front of me.
Oh my god, hold on. I'll share my screen, you dick. Here, share screen. So there. Do you see my screen?
Hold up. No, not yet.
Alright, give it a second.
There we go. Okay.
I see myself twice?
These are the picks.
Okay, they're going Cody Ford.
Oh boy. And then the fans in New York riots. Oh man.
Burn everything to the ground.
Burn it down!
I mean, you know, they have that coming up this Sunday, so they might
They
as well
do.
continue.
Yeah, exactly. Ow. Alright, number 18. I have the Minnesota Vikings. This is a pretty easy selection. It's Andre Dillard. They have to take an offensive lineman. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They have to take an offensive lineman. So, Andre Dillard, Washington State offensive tackle, is the pick. So, yeah. Number 19, Bronson, the Tennessee Titans.
I don't know. Fucking.
They could pair Corey Davis with another wide receiver. There are still plenty of wide receivers on the board.
Yeah, but I feel like they're over the first round rookie wide receiver thing. And I really believe they're going to transition into a run first team. So I don't know if I see that. And don't we still have Cleland on the fucking board?
We do still have Cleveland Farrell on the board.
Yeah, he's going there.
All right, Cleveland Farrell pairs up really well with Harold Landry. So, Cleveland Farrell. So, John, you get to pick for the Pittsburgh Steelers. John. We lost John! No! I just have his face. It's pretty funny. Hold on, I'm texting him. Blooper!
I'm going to take this opportunity to get a beer.
John Eckert's left.
Uh-oh, Skype stopped for me.
I still see you. Oh, wait, nope. There you went. What the hell?
I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah, that kicked me.
Huh. That's weird. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh. Still waiting for John. There we go. John's back. Yay! John with his fucking 1920s internet connection.
Yeah, you gotta get
Gotta
that
love
gig. You gotta get that gig of internet, son.
Dude, trust me, if I had it my way, I'd have it by now.
Fucking love it.
Yeah. John, put your webcam back on. We need to see each other so we can look lovingly into our eyes. There we go. Yeah, seriously, John has the what's it
Pittsburgh.
called? Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Show me potato salad.
Hey.
Yeah, John, now that we're back after a technical error that I have to edit out of this podcast later, I probably won't. Number 20, the Pittsburgh Steelers.
The Pittsburgh Steelers. Alright. Let me look at the board real quick. Okay. You know what? They're gonna go offensive line too. They're gonna get, who are they gonna get?
Alright, watch him do it. Watch him do it, Max. He's gonna do it.
Greg Little.
Why is everybody getting this hard on for Greg Little? He is nowhere near any mock draft I see near the first round.
Because his name was in the first round mock drafts to begin with, and now everyone's just thinking about him.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
Seattle 21. God, I have to look at my screen now to look at stuff. Oh, there we go. Yep, I like that pick right there. Taylor Rapp, the safety. You lost Earl Thomas. You replace him with a guy who's just a little bit below him in terms of everything. And Taylor Rapp can do everything, play every position. hit like a motherfucker. Cover. Yeah, I love Taylor Rapp. So, number 21. This is the pick I was talking about, Bronson. You get the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeet! 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 Motherfucker! You know, what's my name, John?
Baltimore Bronson.
What's my first name start with?
B.
B. Yeah.
As in bitch.
You know,
B.
yeah.
That stands for bitch.
Words that start with B.
Bitch.
Bust. Bust. Bitch. Ballsack. Baltimore.
Beast.
Baltimore.
Ballsy.
So with all those words combined together, I give you DJ Metcalf.
DK Metcalf.
What? Okay.
Have
okay.
Mr. Metcalf, Mr. Bust City. Have him,
Thank you.
and then there you go.
I mean, God, yeah, this is it. I mean, if it works out for Baltimore, you give Lamar Jackson the biggest fucking target with the fastest speeds. So I don't know if Lamar Jackson can really push it down the field for him, but you know, you probably have to, at least until he bulks down, because he needs to bulk down, not bulk up. You probably just have to work with him on screen routes and go routes for his first year. So, and fades too. So, but DK Metcalf 22 to the Baltimore Ravens. Johan 23, the Houston Texans.
Can you scroll up on your draft list?
No.
Come on, man.
Here.
Alright. Shit. You guys are taking all my picks, man.
You literally are the reason why you can't pick for this pick. You literally drafted damn near every offensive line.
I know.
Yeah.
I did.
Hey, fuck it. This team needs an offensive line. Here you go, offensive line. Woo! Here, this is what I have for. God, you took Byron Murphy too. Jesus, man, you have nobody.
No, they're gonna take Dalton Risner.
Dalton Reisner. Stop taking offensive linemen, Jesus.
I love my
Right.
offensive lineman, man.
And they love to stick it in your butt. So.
Damn. Oh no.
Oh.
Is that JoJo?
No, that's not JoJo. I don't think.
It's JoJo.
Is it
Yes, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Yes.
really? Oh, okay.
It's JoJo.
And he's like, "Oh no!"
And then the other thing, like he's already dead. Isn't that like F is for Family?
No, that's The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's from The Simpsons. So, John just loves my voice changer stuff.
I
So,
do.
all right, number 24, the Oakland Raiders. This is a pick they got from the Chicago Bears. They have to go one of two
Bust.
ways.
Bust.
No, they won't end up with him. I could see it. You know what? I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna say Josh Jacobs, running back out of Alabama. They don't really have too many good stuff there. They've really updated the wide receiver course. They don't necessarily have to take a wide receiver here. So yeah, I got Josh Jacobs. 25, Bronson, Philadelphia.
This is easy for me. Okay, it's real fucking easy. All right, I don't care what any mock draft tells you. The Philadelphia Eagles having a phenomenal front seven. It's great.
Mhm.
It's great. It's great. So
Mhm.
adding to it is stupid. All right. They literally were taking every team's cuts to just survive the season in their secondary. They have to get someone in the secondary. So I'm gonna go with DeAndre Baker here.
DeAndre Baker, okay. Yes, they have to, even though they played well without a lot of their key starters down the stretch. I still think they need secondary help. Now, DeAndre Baker has been falling off a lot of mock drafts because I've heard that he has an attitude problem. Same reasons why like Jachai Polite's going to be a fucking day 3 pick at this point. Terrible pro day stuff and terrible interviews, but he might sneak up there. So he's still very vastly talented than a lot of the cornerbacks. So number 26, John, Indianapolis.
The Indianapolis football team. They will probably wait until the second round to grab a receiver because he got 2 picks in the second. So I'm going to say they're going to get Christian Wilkins.
Christian Wilkins. Nice. Nice, a big, huge plugging hole. Fill on that defensive line, I should say. Not too many weaknesses on this team, honestly. So they have a lot of draft picks and still a lot of money to deal with. So, 27 is me again. I get the other Oakland pick. It is the Dallas Cowboys pick. A lot of people will say go wide receiver, but they just signed a shitload of wide receivers. A lot of people will say pass rusher, but there's not really a pass rusher up here that's worthy of a pick, and you already gave him one in Rashawn Gary. So what do you do then? You go defensive back. I think you go Trayvon Mullen, the defensive back out of Clemson. I really love Trayvon Mullen. 6'2", 190 or so, and just thick. I mean, that boy is thick, and he can cover. Just watch his national championship game against Alabama. Man, you couldn't pass on him, period. So he's being overlooked a lot, and I don't understand why, but I love the guy. So he is my pick. Bronson, 28, the LA Chargers. You could do your little side note, the Detroit Lions. So it is the LA Chargers for this pick, but you could also do a side note Detroit Lions pick if you want.
Well, I'm going to say this pick would be the same pick for both teams.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
So
and the pick is?
Devin Bush.
Fuck, I forgot about Devin Bush. Yeah. Man. If he he's not going to fall to 28. He absolutely will not.
I mean, a lot of people have him going in the late 20s.
I've heard he might be top 20. He might actually go to that Green Bay pick, to 12, just because of how well he's doing with his combine stuff. I mean, the boy, did you see his pro day where he did the defensive back drills? I mean, that man has smooth fucking hips, dude. Like, straight up. Like, he looked like a defensive back playing linebacker out there. It's ridiculous. So, and he's just big, he's nasty, and he's athletic. So, I really like Devin Bush. John, number 29, the Kansas City Chiefs.
I think they go defense. The one, they're really struggling on defense, and I think they're going to go for Jerry Tillery. I don't know if they need defensive line, like defensive tackle, because they still have Chris Jones, and they're still running, they're doing a 4-3, so, yeah, I could see it. Yeah. Alright, so Jerry Tillery. Number 30, I picked for the Green Bay Packers again. Bronson, I'm sure, will be flipping off the camera here shortly. Number 30, Green Bay. They've had a couple injuries on the offensive line. I think they still need offensive line, so I'm gonna go. Got a lot of offensive linemen come off the board. Garrett Bradbury, the offensive guard center from the NC State Wolfpack, is going to be my pick. Garrett Bradbury. All right, 21, Bronson, the LA Rams.
I have two different people here. I am really looking at two things here. I think wide receiver depth, as much as it may not seem like it could be an issue, I think it could be an issue. Question marks around Kupp. How well is he going to be coming back? Receivers always start slow with that sort of thing. And I feel like after how last year ended, I feel like they need a little bit more explosiveness. Brandon Cooks can't be the only explosive receiver there. So I would really like to put A.J. Brown here or Jeffrey Simmons. Because there's a need there at D-tackle with losing Namdiga. And I also think they really would love to just get another receiver in there. Because there's a huge drop-off if they lose any of those starters.
Yep.
So I'm going to go contract year for Goff. Put as many weapons around him as you can. I'm putting A.J. Brown here.
All right, A.J. Brown, the wide receiver out of Ole Miss. And finally, John, that leaves you with the New England Patriots.
Can I
Do
just,
not take it. You cannot take an offensive lineman.
Can I just trade that pick because I don't think they're going to pick at all in the first round.
No, you
Hey
cannot
man,
trade
they
the
picked
pick.
in the first round last year.
Yeah,
They didn't.
They
Did
took Sony.
Oh
yeah, they took Sonny Michel. Yeah.
Trust me, I was there.
Were you? Well,
And I remember leaving, being like, "Oh fuck, the Ravens are picking last. I'm out," and then left.
I remember yelling at the TV because I thought they were gonna pick Lamar Jackson. I was like, "No, get the fuck out of here!" And yeah, I remember that. Okay, all right. So
Just remember, Gronk retired. So you still have tight ends like Irv Smith and Dawson Knox from Ole Miss on the board, and I've heard a lot of people are really liking Dawson Knox. You could go wide receiver, get a guy like Hakeem Butler and Keel Harry, Marquise Hollywood Brown. You could get a linebacker, make them faster, and Mac Wilson. You get edge rusher Jalen Ferguson.
yeah, I mean, I was looking at some of the different tight ends. I mean, I think there's no way Hawkinson or Fant last this long in the draft. I mean, they've been taking on our mock drafts, I think, within the first 20 picks for the last two that we did. So yeah, I was kind of doing the eeny, miny, mo, but I kind of like Irv Smith, honestly, at that pick.
Irv Smith replacing the Gronkinator.
Yep.
Gronk 2.0. So
I mean, picking for the Patriots is like no mock draft is gonna get it right. You know what I mean?
no,
they'll be like, yeah, we'll take a guy that we would have taken in the 6th round. No one knows him.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, he'll be a fucking starter. Hey, look at this. We'll take I don't know, fucking like knowing them, they'll probably be like Daniel Jones, and I'll be like, and then he's gonna turn out to be like the best fucking quarterback ever. And then we make fun of John for him not picking him at 17. So, yeah, that does it for our mock draft. 32 picks. God, there's a lot of fucking surprises.
So I have a quick question.
Okay.
All right. So we're it's our final mock. Our final mock. We just did it. Realistically, I want you guys to give me, your top 2. You could have anyone in the draft, not realistically have. If you could have anyone realistically and get the guy that you want, fuck you, Max. You have anyone...
Okay, it's off the screen.
If you could realistically have 2 guys, anyone in the draft, 2 names, either or, who would they be? I'm going to start with Max.
Quite frankly, thinking about the team, thinking about the Redskins.
Like for me last year, it was Anthony Miller. Like I wanted fucking Anthony. Okay, that was the guy I had the biggest heart on for, him and DJ Moore. Those were my 2 realistic picks that I thought. I was talking about it a year before the draft ever happened. I was like, these are the guys I want. And I just kept clamoring. And then I remember being in a bar, watching the fucking second round, or the second round, Because I could have gone to the draft that day, but I didn't because I have a fucking fiance, and I didn't want to put her through the terror of going again. So I was like, DJ, can't. Obviously, I was at the first round. I knew DJ wasn't an option. I wanted fucking Anthony Miller, right? Then we go and like, oh, we're gonna take a fucking offensive lineman. And then I was like, oh, fuck. It's over. I remember sitting at dinner, sitting at dinner. I have my little fucking table in front of me, alright? My little fucking table, and I'm just like, oh, we took a fucking guard? A guard? And I remember just like slamming the table really fucking hard, and then just like practically threw a temper tantrum in the middle of a restaurant while watching the draft. Emma was like, you need to calm down. You're being really aggressive right now and overreacting. And I was like, I'm sorry, Emma. Like, I know it makes sense that we take a guard. Like, we needed a guard. It's a good pick, but I don't fucking like it. Like, it just bores me. I just want to fucking pass out and snooze. So I'm like, all right, fuck it. I'm just going to sit here and pout the rest of the day, right? So I'm just sitting there watching the draft, just watching, pouting. Patriots are on the clock, pouting even more. And then it's like, trade alert. The Chicago Bears have traded up with the fucking New England Patriots. The Bears traded up with the New England Patriots? And then so I'm just like, TV? What's happening? And then it said, Anthony Miller. And I literally, like, stood up in the middle of the restaurant. Look at me, John! And I was just like, woo! Woo! Emma got even more embarrassed.
This is my child. So.
Yeah. Like, literally, in the middle of Dallas, I just started, wow! But anyway, so, give me the two people that would make you go, wow!
And we're not talking about just first round, or are we talking just first round?
No, it could be anyone. Because, I mean, I'm a Bears fan. I'm gonna have to say mine, and it's gonna be a third round fucking pick. I think the Bears are going to trade into the second, but realistically, what's possible given your team's circumstances?
What I would be happy with, and honestly, if what I would be happy with, if we went
like your dream situation, like a player falling down to you, we're trading up for.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, we need quarterback. So if Haskins falls, I would trade up for him in a heartbeat. But I don't think Haskins falls. I think I would say my first pick would probably be Devin Bush. Honestly, I think he goes higher. Like I see him going to Cincinnati or even Green Bay. Because I just think he plays explosive at linebacker, and I can't believe I forgot about him. But yeah, he would add that dynamic to play with, like, if we're gonna play him, Reuben Foster. But, you know, we've lost a couple linebackers, so I'd love to replenish the linebacking core. And then in the second round, if we can get Hakeem Butler, I know he has some drop issues, but I think he's a better big target than Josh Doxson is. So if we can get him, that'd be my dream scenario. So a guy on defense first, and then a guy on offense second. So, and then just play out the year with whoever plays quarterback. If it's Colt, even if you get a guy in the third round, you know, and see what he can do. I mean, just play somebody and then see how everything plays out. If we suck this year, hey, there's fucking 3 to 4 quarterbacks
honestly,
that
if you
are
guys
better.
go 4-12 this year, like, don't be mad.
I won't be. I'll be ecstatic.
I'm fully expecting Goose to come out and slay. Like,
Yeah.
slay.
Yeah.
And then if you can get in a young defensive star and like a good receiver in the second, like, you're looking great, like an attractive team that just needs a quarterback.
Yeah, exactly. And like what you said, if we finish 4-12, I'm not disappointed because I know we'll have an opportunity to pick one of the 3 best quarterbacks out there in either Tua or Jake Fromm or fucking Justin Herbert. Yeah. So.
All right, John, you're up.
All right. So,
two. Either or, you know, it's gonna be either one that's gonna make you fucking go woo.
I don't know if anything that'll make me go woo woo. You know, like full on woo.
God,
But,
you need a full on woo.
All right, full on woo. All right, full woo mode. So, I think, well, my one prediction I will say is the Ravens are definitely going to trade out in the first round, I think.
You think you're gonna trade out?
You know why? Because I just got a notification like an hour ago, and it says, former Ravens running back Jamal Lewis will announce Baltimore's round 2 draft pick. They don't have a second rounder. So,
Wait, what?
they announced that Jamal Lewis is going to pick the second round pick for the Ravens. And right now the Ravens don't have a second rounder. So...
Why don't you guys have a second rounder?
Because that's what they used that to trade up for Lamar Jackson last year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, either...
Interesting. You sure it's not the third rounder?
No, it says...
Pretty sure all the players announce in the third round.
Yeah, well, that's what I thought too. I mean, maybe NFL, the app, it's the NFL app that sends notification.
Olin Kreutz is announcing for the Bears. All the players announce picks in the third round.
Okay.
Roger Goodell does first and second.
True. Alright, so, I mean, looking at the roster,
Fact checking me?
I just want to know, because that would be like a huge... No, it says right here, list of legends, active players who will announce second and third round picks. So it's both. Baltimore Ravens, yeah, it says Jamal Lewis second round, and third round is Adalius Thomas. That's a pretty big tell, I think.
Yeah, they just showed their hand right there, or they completely messed up.
They must have something in the works. They must have something that they're waiting to see, maybe. So...
That's fucking ridiculous. You're positive. Can we positive?
Yes, I'm looking at right here.
Ravens draft picks.
I looked at it earlier.
I just looked at it. Yeah, hold on one second here. 2019 NFL draft. Like that's funny.
Start tweeting this. Start tweeting about how the Ravens are in second round pick.
John, do it now. John, do it now.
You did break this.
Yeah, they traded their second round pick, number 53 overall, to the Philadelphia Eagles. They have no... I'll fact check one more time, one more second. Baltimore.
Ravens trade down all the fucking time. They may have some fucking like bottom level second round pick.
No, they don't. They don't have a second round pick at all. John, break the news, goddammit!
I'm doing it right now. See?
Do it but you need to also add some hashtags to it, like...
Yeah, who do you guys think you're trading down with? I mean, like, here's the thing though, like, so you're looking at, how many teams below the Ravens that could be trading up at 24?
There's quite a few that...
22. 22, so...
10 teams.
But there has to be a team in the second round that wants to, like, maybe the Colts. Maybe the Colts are trying to trade up. I don't think they're giving up 26 in a second for 22, but maybe they're giving up like 34 and maybe an extra pick that they don't, maybe another late round pick or something that they have extra.
I mean, who are some of the teams that have 2 picks in the second round?
New England could do it.
They get the pick back.
They trade, maybe they trade 64 and 22 or 56 and 22. Houston's got 2 second round picks, and Philadelphia's got 2 second round picks, and the Colts have 2 second round picks. And the Chiefs have 2 second round picks.
Maybe Philly. I don't know, man. It could be anyone. I mean,
I could see the Chiefs. I could realistically see the Chiefs trading 63 and 29 to move up 7 spots. Especially if a defensive guy falls, I could definitely see that.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's funny.
Yeah, right.
Who's picking for us too? I just want to see really quick. Darryl Green, baby. Woo!
Hey.
The Buccaneers. The best they could get is in the second round, Trent Dilfer, and in the third round, Dexter Jackson.
Do the Bears only have one? Oh, yeah, we only have one.
Yeah, you only got one. So, unless you guys trade up for the second, then Olin Kreutz will be like, second, baby, woo! Seattle has Sean Alexander and Cam Chancellor. San Francisco has Earl Cooper and Terrell Owens.
Cam Chancellor's doing one?
Yeah, for the Seahawks.
That's fucking awesome.
That's good for them.
Sad that it's come to that point. But
Yeah. Oakland gets Charles Woodson and Shane Leclerc, so.
Wow, a punter.
Yeah. Well, arguably the best punter of all time.
Still. But anyways,
That's great
John,
news.
give me your stuff.
Alright. So,
Yeah.
really, it seems like the really big boom or bust this year is going to be fucking wide receiver position again. I mean, they're pretty solid on offensive line help. Running back, they're alright this year, unless if they can get their hands on like Josh Jacobs somehow. Defense, they'll want to reload at some positions, but they'll do what they always do and do that in the third and fourth round. So really my top wowies will be, if it's not DK Metcalf, I mean, I'd love to see Marquise Brown. That'd be awesome. Have Antonio Brown's cousin come to Baltimore. But I think either one of those two will fit well.
So which one's the cousin? Is it Marquise or AJ?
Marquise.
Marquise Brown is the cousin of Antonio.
It's really fucking confusing because there's two Browns.
But honestly, I mean, I've watched quite a few, I think I'm getting the right player. Hakeem Butler, right? He was the one that played for Iowa, right? Or is it Iowa State?
What's that?
Hakeem
Butler, where do you play?
It was Iowa State?
Hakeem Butler, yes.
Yeah, I mean, I got to catch quite a few Iowa State games. I mean, that guy, I mean, he was on the field. He was making some pretty awesome plays. So if I could add a third one, I mean, it's got to be the wide receiver position for me. And if it's not DK Metcalf, Marquise Brown, I would love. But if it's not one of those two, I'd love Hakeem Butler. He kind of reminded me of like Anquan out there. I mean, he was just muscling dudes and just, I mean, he's got a really big frame too.
Nice. For me right now, it's, God, I want to say Darrell Henderson or Miles Sanders are probably my two favorite running back prospects that I would be very excited for. Henderson, I really like the idea of getting because he comes from Memphis.
Mm-hmm.
So did Anthony Miller. So I would love to see that like bromance form on the field. I like that shit, especially since they like played together for so many years at Memphis. That would be cool as shit, and I just really like his intangibles. He kind of reminds me of Dalvin Cook and Reggie Bush a little bit. I was like watching some tape, and fuck, dude, fuck, like he could. Like, I would be okay with him or Miles. Like, that would make me those are, like, my two running back prospects that I really have a hard on for. And there's, like, a guy that's, like, I mean, you saw my tweet, right? About the three names playing through my head on repeat?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Those are the three guys right now that I think I, like, really have crushes on. On the defensive side, so, like, I really think it's going to be an edge guy or a running back for us at our first pick. Depending on who's there, if we're going to trade up, if we're just staying at 3, if the Bears don't take a running back at 3, I think we're going to wait a while. And I'm seeing a lot about like Mike Weber, Ohio State. I see it as a possibility like in round 5 or 6.
Mm-hmm.
So if we could somehow get fucking Polite, like in the 3rd round, I had to back out.
Pull out!
But like, if we could get him in the 3rd round, or maybe even trade up and lead into the 2nd or whatever for him, I'd be okay with that too. Because I do think he's a type of guy that's rough around the edges, and you just gotta let his like game speak for itself. And Matt Nagy, he's going to want to take a chance on somebody. That's his MO. That's Andy Reid's MO. That's Doug Peterson's MO. It's the trickle. I think we have to have that guy on our team that's semi like,
I think
his arm in a year.
if he makes it into the 3rd round and he makes it to the Bears pick, I could definitely see him. I personally see him because I know they say, oh, it's going to be day 3. I think I think Polite goes in the 2nd round, ultimately. I think he falls all the way down in the 2nd round. I think a team like Kansas City, with one of their 2 second-round picks, will take him. New England could take him. Houston won't take him. They have enough fucking pass rushers there. Jesus. Philadelphia could take him just to beef up their pass rushing core. I don't think they need him, but I mean, why not? They just traded Michael Bennett too, so.
But yeah, so like those are the two guys I think,
Yeah.
or three guys. I guess I've got the two running backs, Henderson and Sanders is my two, and like either or I'd be really stoked about, and then Polite would be like,
Yeah.
fucking dope.
So interesting enough, the Arizona Cardinals have the first overall pick, and they also have pick 254, Mr. Irrelevant. So I don't know how often that really is in the draft, but I find that very interesting. So
They open it and they close it.
Yep, they open and
They'll
close the
probably-
draft.
They'll honestly probably trade it.
No, they usually for that pick they usually keep it, so they don't really trade 7th round picks like that deep into the 7th round, because at that point they know who they're taking, and at that point they're holding off on. They're pretty much calling all the ones who are undrafted free agents at that point, going, "Hey, you want like $20 to come over here and play for us? We'll give you $20, $20," and then they pretty much bid on them. So, but yeah, that does it for this episode of the Pass Interference Podcast. It's been a fun one. We're back in stride. This one has been fully recorded with no issues. Woo!
Did you hit the record button?
Yes,
I see it,
yep, it's recording. You guys are having the voice. Bronson's gonna take a fucking piss on camera. There we go. He's not gonna take a piss on camera. So, that about does it for, like I said, this week's episode of the Pass Interference Podcast. John, it's been a fun one. Go ahead, do your thing, Boothang.
Alright. So, you can catch me on Twitter at Necromancer, N3KROMANCER. And on Mixer, where Max and I will be doing the playthrough of Borderlands 1 and 2. So, yeah.
Hell.
Come by, give us a follow, and watch us be ridiculous on live.
Yeah, exactly. We're yeah, and maybe Bronson, if he saves some money and does some stuff, he can join us too, because that'd be cool if we played Borderlands together. So, Bronson, when you're done peeing, give the people the information that they want to hear.
Yes, dick. No, I'm kidding. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter. Instagram's gonna be Chefman Bronson. Twitter will be Bronson IOUS. That is where you can find me.
And
We're always slaving away at work.
yeah, for real. You can find me either at work or sleeping, because that's how I pretty much do nowadays. But if not, if you see me on the Twitter or the Instagram, it is at OG Liquid Jesus. And of course, like John was alluding to, I am at Liquid Jesus 1, where on Twitch, where yes, we will be doing Borderlands 1 and eventually Borderlands 2, because that's a very long game, but it's going to be very fun and exciting, because I haven't really played Borderlands too much. So, all right. That about does it for this episode of the podcast. Thank you all very much, and have a good one, everybody. Bye-bye!
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.